What is self-doubt? You wear it like a shadow, don't you? It creeps in, whispers in your ear, and twists your every move. It paralyzes you, makes you question your abilities, your worth, your very existence. You think it's a flaw, something broken in you that needs fixing. But here's the truth no one tells you. Self-doubt is not a flaw. It's a story. And like any story, it can be rewritten or discarded entirely. Self-doubt is a thief. It robs you of your potential, your courage, your freedom. It keeps you small, hesitant, forever second-guessing yourself. But where does it come from? It's not born within you, it's planted by the voices of others, by the world that told you who you should be, and by the harsh critic you've allowed to take root in your mind. You've mistaken these voices for your own. You've mistaken them for truth. The secret to eliminating self-doubt is not about building confidence. Confidence is fragile. It wavers. It crumbles under pressure. Self-doubt doesn't disappear when you stack up achievements or prove yourself to others. It adapts. It finds new ways to haunt you. The solution isn't to fight self-doubt, but to understand it, to see it for what it is, a mirage that only holds power because you believe in it. Ask yourself, who is it that doubts? The voice in your head that questions your abilities. Is it really you? Or is it a collection of fears, memories, and expectations that you've accumulated over time? Self-doubt thrives on your identification with this voice. You think it's protecting you, keeping you from failure or embarrassment. But in truth, it's the very thing holding you back. The voice of doubt is not a guardian. It's a jailer. The first step to eliminating self-doubt is to separate yourself from it. To see it not as you, but as something that arises within you. When doubt whispers, "You're not good enough," don't engage. Don't argue. Simply observe. Where does the voice come from? What triggers it? Notice how it clings to specific situations, how it feeds on uncertainty, and then ask, who is watching this doubt arise? That's the real you, the one who is already free from it. Self-doubt survives because you give it attention. You feed it with your energy, your focus, your belief. The moment you stop believing it, it begins to lose its grip. But this isn't about ignoring it or suppressing it. It's about shining a light on it, questioning its authority. Doubt says, "You'll fail." You ask, "So what if I do?" Doubt says, "You're not ready." You ask, "Who decides when I'm ready?" Here's the paradox. more you resist self-doubt, the stronger it becomes. But when you face it, when you stop running and look it in the eye, it begins to dissolve. You see it for what it is, a projection of fear, not a reflection of truth. And in that moment, you realize self-doubt has no substance. It's a shadow cast by your mind, a habit of thought that no longer serves you. The secret lies in trust, not trust in your abilities, but trust in life itself. Trust that you don't need to have all the answers. Trust that failure is not the end, but part of the process. Trust that you are already enough, even as you strive to grow. When you trust life, self-doubt loses its footing. It can no longer manipulate you with the fear of uncertainty or the illusion of control. Eliminating self-doubt doesn't mean you'll never feel uncertain again. It means uncertainty will no longer control you. It means you'll move forward despite the doubt, not because you've conquered it, but because you've outgrown it. You'll stop seeking validation from others and start living from a place of inner knowing, a place that doesn't need to prove anything to anyone, not even to yourself. The final truth is this: self-doubt was never real. It was a shadow you mistook for substance. When you stop chasing shadows, you see the light was always there. You don't need to conquer self-doubt. You need only to see through it. And when you do, you'll find what was always waiting on the other side. A quiet, unshakable certainty that doesn't depend on what you do, but on who you are. And who you are is already enough. This has been